What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And yes, more content on the Vivo X Fold 3. This time I am answering your questions. Yes, I've trawled through the comments and I've answered a bunch in this video. 15 to 20 questions that I keep getting asked are answered here, including, does a smartwatch connect? And the answer is yes. A very nice smartwatch. So without further ado, let's go. But before I get into the video, I just want to take a second to say thank you. Thank you for all the support when it comes to all of the Vivo content I'm putting out. Thousands of you are watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and it means a lot for such a small tech channel. So again, pat yourselves on the back. And if these videos have nudged you on the way to buying one of the Vivo X Fold 3s, remember, WONDA Mobile, link in description. I get $10 for every sale. If you pay by bank transfer, you'll get 3.8% off the already stupidly cheap price for the Vivo X Fold 3. Now, let's answer your questions. So the first question comes from ETEBB Stub. Don't know what that username is. However, your question, does it support eSIM and stylus? No, the Vivo X Fold 3 does not support eSIM or stylus. And I did try the Apple Pencil, the Honor Pen, the Xiaomi Pen, and the Samsung Pen. So I've tried 4. There may be a proprietary one, but when I look at GSM Arena, there's nothing to signify that this phone has anything in terms of stylus support. And eSIM, sadly not. No, not here, UK, globally. If China do it, then I'm sure it works over there, but there's no eSIM support outside of that region. I'm just going to skip the usernames. You can see who you are here. Why wouldn't you make normal usernames up? Anyway, your question, does the Google Assistant work? Yes and no. Not in the conventional sense of an Android phone. You can't swipe up from the bottom corner and you can't hold the power button to activate the Google Assistant. But you can download the Google Android widget. You can download the Google Assistant app. So a simple tap of the app brings up Google Assistant, or a simple tap of the microphone on the widget brings up Google Assistant, and it works 100% of the time. It's the full Google support. There's Google mobile services on here, so you'll have no issues using the app or the widget. So this comment is about the smartwatches. Now, I did mention that I tried the OnePlus Watch 2 and it wouldn't pair. With Chinese ROMs, it's very difficult to get them to pair with Wear OS or the O Health app. However, a video sponsor coming soon are Cospet. You may have heard of Cospet. I'm just trying to find the box. Here it is. You may have heard of Cospet. Well, they've just released their Cospet Tank Ultra 3, and they sent me over one to try out and do a review on. Well, this morning I turned on the watch, downloaded the Cospet Fit app, and without any workarounds, it found the watch through the Vivo X Fold 3, and it works perfectly. I'll do a separate video about this, but just to let you know, the Cospet Ultra Tank 3 connects. But I tell you that because I am confident that other watches, potentially TicWatch or other brands, will connect. I've had a specific question about Galaxy wearables, and I'm just going to answer that now. No, your Galaxy Watch will not connect. Vivo X Fold 3 or Honor Magic V2, which is thinner. The Honor is thinner. The Honor is the thinnest foldable phone on the planet, folks. And for questions like these, there's no such thing as a silly question, and I'm happy to answer. But you don't need my experience to tell you the answer. A simple Google search would tell you that the X Fold 3 is 10.2 millimeters and the Honor Magic V2 is 9.9 millimeters. As far as your next part of the question, which one would you pick? I'll be saving that for a future video. Now, the next question is about viewing content. Now, obviously, on the outer screen, viewing content on the Vivo X Fold 3 is superior to every other foldable phone, purely because it's the largest outer cover screen on a foldable phone. When it comes to the inner screen, though, they're all about the same. Every one of these phones is going to have nice thick black bars at the top and bottom. Your aspect ratio, just from the simple fact that it's a square foldable phone, means that you can only get the middle third of the screen to view the actual content. Now, in all foldables, you can zoom in if you like, but that messes up your whole viewing experience. So, to answer your question, inner screen, they're all very similar. Outer screen, Vivo's probably the best. And now the next question is about the languages. So the question here specifically is there a lot of Chinese text throughout the user interface, or is it mostly English? Well, you can choose your language. As soon as you pick English as your main language, or Dutch or German, whichever language you choose, the whole user interface will change to that language. There is not one piece of Chinese text anywhere in the settings menu. The only exception is the native apps. If you have your default browser still set to the default Vivo browser, that's where you're going to see Chinese, but I always change mine to Chrome. Same with the app stores. If you've got your defaults up there, if you go to the Vivo App Store, you're going to see Chinese text in there, but that's only if you specifically go to the app. All of the Vivo apps have a partner Google app, so you should never need to use any of the native Vivo apps. This question, I am not the one to tell you. Should you get the Vivo X Fold 3 or the OnePlus Open? The OnePlus Open was the best foldable phone of last year. The Vivo X Fold 3 is, because it's the only one being released so far, is the best foldable phone of this year. One's a Chinese ROM, one's a global ROM. They're different form factors. The OnePlus Open is heavier and thicker. It's entirely up to yourself. My personal experience, I'm enjoying using the Vivo X Fold 3, but I will not be saying which is better. That's for a future video. Now, this question is all about the differences in camera when it comes to the Vivo X Fold 3 and the X Fold 3 Pro. I will obviously be doing all of these camera comparisons. The one thing I will say, purely based on specs, it's quite evident that the Vivo X Fold 3 Pro will have a better zoom lens than the standard X Fold 3. But other than that, I don't have the Pro in my hands yet, so I can't give you an educated answer. I can only go by what's on paper. And the Vivo X Fold 3 Pro, for those that didn't know, is a 10x hybrid zoom. So 3 times optical, but 10x lossless zoom. This one, fairly straightforward to answer. I done a video on the Origin OS software yesterday. No, not as in-depth as some, but I will be doing more software videos as the days progress. But the difference between FunTouch and Origin OS, FunTouch is far inferior to Origin. Origin's far better than FunTouch. And software-wise, Origin OS has been fantastic. I really do love the kits that they provide within the app drawer. Next question, Wi-Fi calling, does it work? I've had this question about 15 times, so I know that you're desperate to hear this. No. Wi-Fi calling outside of the Chinese region on a Chinese ROM device will not work. Period. This question, again, a simple Google search will tell you, but I will tell you from the horse's mouth. Do any of the higher spec phones come with wireless charging? Yes, the X Fold 3 Pro has wireless charging. The standard X Fold 3 that I have just now doesn't. This question, should you buy the Chinese ROM Vivo X Fold 3 or wait for the global? There will not be a global, so you can wait and wait and wait. But if you want the Vivo, you're going to have to go Chinese ROM. And then we're getting to the final question here. I've got one more after this, but this one, again, if you watched the software video yesterday or just looked at any of the thumbnails or anything, you'll see that this has a full Google Play Store, full Google mobile services. So yes, Google works on the Vivo X Fold 3. And the final question of today's video, when is the camera test? that'll be the next video. So tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow I will have my in-depth camera test using all lenses, video, selfie, 8K, 4K, all that good stuff. It will be coming tomorrow. Now, if you've made it to this point in the video, thank you again for watching. I could have easily split this into 2 or 3 videos to try and drum up more views, but you deserve better than that. So I've made this longer than I make most videos, but hopefully you appreciate that it's all in one place rather than trying to eke out, as I say, lots of different videos. So if you appreciate what I'm doing for you, smash subscribe and the like button. And until that camera test tomorrow,